Councils from Bournemouth to Bradford, from Oxford to Liverpool have voted for an immediate ceasefire. In Scotland, East Lothian, Aberdeen, Shetland, South Lanarkshire and the Scottish Parliament have all called for an immediate ceasefire. Had we put the amendment in, my motion would have called for a boycott of those companies which have been identified as supporting the Israeli government. Companies actually like TripAdvisor, who, if you look at their website, extolling the virtues of a brand new water treatment plant in the West Bank as a destination for tourists, being shown around, a water purification unit which is there for the Israeli settlers only, the illegal settlers only, and which is padlocked, and any local Palestinian residents who have no access to water at all, any of them trying to access that water, will be instantly arrested, imprisoned and almost certainly tortured and treated very badly. All of these councils and more are part of an international movement against the actions of the Israeli state. And the one organisation in Britain, I think, which is steadfastly not joined in is Westminster, and none of the Westminster parties have shown real support for the people of Palestine and Gaza. And there are reasons for this. Part of it is very historic, but there is another reason which I would just like to read out a section from the online magazine Bella Caledonia, and I'd like you to consider it. Last summer, the IT term Infosys, founded by Rishi Sunak's father-in-law, and which Sunak's wife still has a major share, it signed a $1.5 billion deal with energy giant BP to drill for natural gas in Gaza. Israel is already adequately supplied with crude oil, but it lacks natural gas, and scientific evidence suggests that there are trillions of cubic feet of it under the Gaza Strip and just off its coast in the Mediterranean Sea. Who wants a ceasefire when there is work to be done and money to be made? I'm afraid I have no faith in the parties of Westminster, but thank you for listening.
The other Chris has really said it all, much more eloquently than I would have done.
Turn the mic on.
As he said, what can be said
after those two previous speeches, which were so moving and demonstrated to us some of the truths, many of the truths about Israel and Palestine, which are ignored, frankly, and most people don't know about in Britain. As Chris on my left said, Highland Council supports you. I hope we will continue to support you. I pay tribute to Highland Palestine for all the work that they have done to raise this agenda in the Highlands over the last 6 months. There's one observation I would make which may reflect on our government in Westminster, that when the motion that we've talked about was debated in the council, all the Tory members absented themselves. They were not present. Need I say more?
It did mean it was passed unanimously.
Thank you so much, Chris. The two Chris's, thank you. It's very, very important that Highland Council has made that statement, and not just calling for an immediate ceasefire, but also recognising that what is happening in Gaza is genocide, and that politicians here, and in particular the politicians in Westminster, have not just a responsibility but a duty to oppose genocide and to do everything in their power to bring it to an end. They are doing exactly the opposite of that, and we need to keep on pushing and holding them to account. So everything that we can do, and in particular, as I say, this very important statement from Highland Council is all part of that process of bringing these criminals, and that's all they are, these criminals, eventually to book. The day will come. It will. Thank you so much. Thank you.